Bullet speed was increased by 5 meters a second, which will make AD strafing bullets a little bit harder, make it a little bit easier to hit people with them, especially at longer ranges. Screaming now has a pop-up above your head, as well as any, so you can now see exactly who's screaming in a large crowd of people, or just off the side of your screen. You're supposed to be able to anchor and scan artifacts, but it doesn't seem to work correctly. Kind of annoying, because there's artifacts that can move around, but this is clearly, it will probably have its own separate fix in a short time. You can now once again withdraw TC from a uplink, so you can share your TC with either your Nuki friends or a syndicate buddy if you find one. It was broken for a bit, but now it is fixed. The lawyer badge now gives you a unique typing indicator, which is the speech bubble next to your head. I believe it's referencing the Phoenix Wright series. It kind of looks like it, but I'm not entirely sure, and doesn't really matter. Either way, it gives you an identification as a lawyer. The survival box and other boxes of similar size were decreased by 1. Most storages in the games go by increments of 5, so like 5, 10, 15, all the way up to 50. And this should help give you just a tiny bit more storage overall. The Space Villain Arcade has had its number of prizes limited and randomized. This is mainly a nerf to cargo more than anything, because cargo would often play the game. You could hack the game to make it easier to win and spit out more prizes, and they would use this to just sell to make a ridiculous amount of money. So, this is basically more of a cargo nerf than anything. Speaking of cargo, there is now a textiles crate, and dinnerware crate and bar supply crate. And some of the kitchen supply crate stuff moved to the dinnerware crate. So to start, the textiles crate just comes with cloth and Durathread. This is primarily going to be for the hop to make uniforms. The bartending supplies crate comes with just a ton of mixers and a few extra cups. And additional shakers is really nice. And the dinnerware crate comes with a bunch of utensils, and it comes with the kitchen knives, which might come in handy for either cooking purposes or other more reasons, but also more drinking glasses is always great. This one's great for mappers and people who like using crowns. You can now see the decal exactly where you're going to place it. It is just a preview window for decals, so you could be a lot more accurate when placing decals, and you could do a lot more with it because of that. Contents of pill canisters can now be dumped on the ground, so like if you right-click the pill canister, you can dump it on the ground, you can pick your pills back up, and you can also put them on a table, like so. It should save chemists a few nice precious clicks. And last but not least, the Diona have received a bunch of new markings, and that includes things like on their head, the size of their head, the head itself. You can do a lot of really creative things with them. You can mix and match the new markings, especially on the head, to get some pretty cool looking Diona, and it should help them look not quite so similar, because there weren't too many options, and like you had to recolor the entire body. So like a lot of Diona characters ended up just kind of looking the same. This gives you some extra flair. And as always, the changelog contains a lot more than what I mentioned. I don't normally cover small bug fixes, and especially since a lot of the small bug fixes only cover things that happen within the week. But thank all of our maintainers and contributors for all the awesome changes and additions to the game and fixes. And I encourage you to read through them yourself. There might be things that you were wanting to see that I didn't cover, and I'll scroll through it slowly so you can see them. You can pause, or you could just see them in game yourself. And that is all for now for this week. I'll see you all again next week, and of course, I'll probably see you in a gameplay video or something. Take it easy.